just watched Mickey 17 for the first time. So this is the first Bong Joon-ho movie I've ever seen. I've never seen Parasite, so I honestly didn't know what to expect. I wanted to see this movie when it came out in theaters, but I don't quite remember why I didn't. It was either like I was super duper busy or just couldn't afford it or something like that. But I was like, well, now I'll watch it because I have an HBO Max account. So I was like, I finally get to watch this. I liked it. I really like the cinematography, and I think that the story is really interesting. It's very dark humor, which I'm a big fan of dark humor, so I enjoyed that. I thought the pacing was a little strange in some parts. I liked how it started. I liked how sort of Mickey 17 quote unquote dies, and then you go back in time to figure out how he got into that position. But then once we reached where we were beforehand, I wasn't the biggest fan of the sort of short term summary that existed. I wish that they just sort of like cut to when the creeper was on top of his face instead of doing like a short term version of what had happened when we first met Mickey 17. But overall, I really liked this movie. I think there were some parts that were a bit slow that I wasn't the biggest fan of, or like some parts of it, like I thought the loan shark thing was a little stupid. But I think in a way, this movie works off of being stupid. It's stupid. In a way, and I think some of it is more stupid than others. Like the loan shark thing was like even more stupid, but I think it's everything so dark humor. It's like, let's put real world issues into a futuristic term with like stupid stakes, essentially. In the case of this, where it's like, oh, these two guys who wanted to start a macaron store end up getting attacked by loan sharks that they borrowed money from, which was just super stupid. And then Mickey not even like realizing what he signed himself up for. He's like, well, I should have read the fine lines and I didn't. And look at the situation that I'm in now. I really liked the commentary of this movie because it's not subtle. And I think that's what I like about it, is that it's very not subtle. And I haven't seen Parasite, but I know that's a thing in Parasite where like Bong Joon-ho is not subtle about the commentary on classism in Parasite. And in this case, he's not subtle at all about politics and upper class versus lower class and how upper class politics view lower class citizens. It's like they treat Mickey like he's trash, like he's worse than trash. It's like, you're an expendable, you can die anytime and we'll just bring you back, you're the lowest of the low. And just like compared to Marshall, where like everyone treats him like a god and stuff like that. And Mark Ruffalo's performance for that was hilarious because I couldn't unsee it, and I don't know if this was purposeful, but he looks like he's playing Donald Trump. Like, he looks like he's playing Trump in the way that he talks, the, like, voice that he does, because it doesn't quite sound like Mark Ruffalo's voice. And some of the way, like, the movements that he does. At one point, there's a scene, and he very much does the, like, Donald Trump, like, hand gestures. And I was like, they're not subtle about this. I was like, he's so playing Trump at this like rich guy who tries to do politics and it doesn't work, so now he's gonna go off into space with all the money that he has. It's like if Trump met Scientology, is how I viewed this. Because they keep talking about like the church and the company and stuff like that, which I thought they would get more into, because I definitely thought that the guy in charge of all the publicity stuff was gonna kill Marshall. I definitely thought that, and then it didn't happen, so I was like, maybe I was like reading too much into this backstabbing plot that was not actually existing. But I just thought it was like really interesting that they're really not subtle about those things and those commentaries and stuff like that. I didn't take a lot of notes. Most of that was just because I was watching it, but also I was like, I didn't quite know what to like physically write down. A lot of it was like how people acted. So like Robert Pattinson, I think he did a phenomenal job about playing very different. I mean, they're not characters. He's the same character, but with very different personalities. Like 17 and 18 have two very different personalities. Like I think 17, I think he says in the movie, is supposed to be the most like the original Mickey Barnes, and then 18 is not at all like that. Like, he's basically a fucking psychopath. And I liked the different mannerisms that they had. I'll be honest, I kind of found Mickey 17's voice a little annoying. It's just it grew on me after a while, but at the beginning I was like, I don't like this voice that Robert Pattinson is using. And when Mickey 18 first shows up, it's really funny because he kind of sounds like Batman. I was like, oh, Robert Pattinson went a little Bruce Wayne on this Mickey 18, and then he starts to sound a little bit more like the other Mickeys that we've seen, so it kind of works in that sense. But yeah, I thought it was a really interesting story. I liked the creepers. I liked the design of them. I think they're really cute. I thought that was funny. I loved Nasha. Nasha is the best. She's such a badass. She was so cool. Like, telling Marshall to fuck off was great, and the way that she treats Mickey is great and stuff like that. Like, she treats him as a person. He's a human being. And there are a couple other people who treat him as that, but like, not even his friend does. His friend's a piece of shit. And so it's very interesting to see the way that she treats him compared to other people, and it's like, this is a human being. This is still a person. Like, all the trials that he went through when he got the airborne virus that was on the planet, and how she was upset at the way that they were treating him, about how they use him as a lab rat essentially, and how she always wanted to be there for him and stuff like that. And I love that like, she cares for him so much and she always wants to be there for him. I think in a way, because he admits it when he's doing his narration about signing up for the Expendables project, where he doesn't feel like he has a lot of skills, and in a way I think a lot of people treat him like a coward because it's like he's afraid to die, but I think in a way, like, he's brave for that. Like, obviously he didn't really know what he was getting into, but it's just like constantly having those experiences and stuff like that. And it was just a really fun movie, and the different aspects of it and the cinematography was really, really cool. I liked the design of the ship and the way that the technology worked. I thought that was also really, really cool. It looked grungy and alien-esque when it needed to be, but then it also looked nice and clean in other instances, like the bowels essentially, so like where the trash is, and the like main barracks are more grungy. They're more like, in a way, sort of similar to the Nostradamus from Alien. But then you go to the mess hall, and the mess hall looks a little bit cleaner. And then there's that one scene in Marshall's apartment, and it's like super duper decked out and fancy because he's rich and he has everything, and he's essentially paying for everything, and like, this is his stuff, and it's like, clearly he put all this money into it, and he eats whatever he wants to, and then he rations out everybody else's food. It's like, you're only allowed to have this much, and the punishment is you get more work and your rations get cut, which is a commentary on capitalist societies and labor, and how, I guess in a way, in our modern society, it's like we all have to work so much more to make more money, but then the money that we make pays for less because of inflation. Like, Bong Joon-ho is not subtle in his commentary, and I kind of like it. It's like a fun, dark comedy with the most punch in the face commentary about our current political climate. And I was like, I didn't think I would enjoy a movie like that. I think if somebody told me that I had to watch a movie about our current political climate, I would be like, I don't want to watch that. And then if they showed me Mickey 17, I'd be like, no. But I like this. And I think that's just where it came from, which was just like, it's fun and it's funny and it's dark humored, but it also is like, hey, this is a current issue that we currently have that I wish we talked about more. I wish was in more movies. Like, I love this movie. Like, I think it was really good. I think it had a great commentary on things, and now I do really want to watch Parasite just to see, or other Bong Joon-ho movies, just to see how he commentates on other forms of, you know, society and politics and stuff like that, just to see what it's about, because I was not expecting a political movie. I was expecting a dumb movie about a guy who keeps dying, and instead I got told about our current political climate. So I think those are all my thoughts on this movie, but I really enjoyed it. It's a fun movie. I think it's a little too long for my taste, but other than that, I thought it was really cool. It looked cool. It had great acting in it. It's got, I wouldn't say it has a great message, but it has a very modern and current message that I think more people need to listen to and talk about. So there's that. But yeah, thanks for listening to this. Hope you liked it. Let me know if you have seen Mickey 17 and if you liked it or if you didn't. And yeah, like, subscribe. Bye bye.